Hey guys, this is Alfred back with another video, and in today's video I just want to talk about the new 4-star light cones in the Forgotten Host shop. Now I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but with the release of Penacony, there are some new 4-star light cones for each path that you can claim in the Forgotten Host shop. In today's video I'll just be talking about whether or not you should be putting your currency on this new light cones. With that said, let's begin with this video. Now the first one I want to talk about is the Preservation Destiny's Threads for Woven light cone. This light cone increases the wearer's effect resistance, and for every 100 defense you increase the wearer's damage for a certain amount. Now this is very interesting because currently in the game there are not many preservation characters that want to increase their attack. In fact, the only one I can see using this attack stat is March 7, because March 7 has some follow-up attack and her ult also scales off attack, so maybe March 7 can use this, but the meta preservation characters like Japart and Fu Xuan can't really use this attack stat that well. This is a good stepping stone to in the future. Hopefully there are more preservation characters that want to do more attack in the future, but for now I would not use this light cone. In fact, the other 4-star light cone in the shop, We Are Wildfire, is slightly better than this one, and in fact maybe much better. The next light cone I want to talk about is the Hunt light cone Final Victor. Final Victor increases the wearer's attack, and it also increases the wearer's crit damage whenever the wearer lands a crit hit. This is very good because you want to be having a lot of crit in your characters. Crit is not easy to come by, so just by getting it in the light cone is very good. Now the way you'll be building your character if you use this light cone is basically stacking a lot of crit hits so that you'll be gaining consistent amount of crit damage. At S5 you'll be able to get 48% crit damage, which is insane if you get the max stats of 4. Now this light cone is so much better than the previous one, River Flows in Spring, because that one, if your character gets hit, you will lose the stats it provides. So this is just much better than that, and if you need a 4-star Hunt light cone, I would actually recommend getting this light cone. It's very good. The next light cone I want to talk about is the Destruction light cone Flames of Far. So this light cone basically heals your character and increases their damage whenever they lose 25% of their max HP, whether it's getting hit or dealing damage to themselves. So right now the only two characters I can see use this light cone is Blade and Arlen. They are the only two Destruction characters that use their HP as a resource to do more damage. Blade is more consistent, however, because Blade can heal himself unlike Arlen, so if you put this on Blade, he will be able to self-sustain like a beast. Needless to say, if you put this on Arlen, he finally has a way that he can heal, but remember this increase in damage and healing can only be triggered every 3 turns, so just do note about that. So if you want to use this light cone, maybe if you don't have a Blade light cone, you can use this on him. However, for other Destruction characters like Xingqiu or Lunei, it's very hard to use this because you're not using your own HP, and maybe if you can use this in boss fights it'll be more consistent, but I would not put my currency on this new light cone. The next one I want to talk about is the Harmony light cone Dreamville Adventure. Now this one increases your allies damage of the same ability type whenever the wearer uses a basic attack, skill, or ultimate. So basically whenever the wearer takes an action, you will be able to get the effects of this new light cone. Now here's the problem I see with this light cone, right? The fact that it needs to be the same ability type is very iffy, and it makes this light cone very niche to use. For example, if you're running Ron Mei, you can run Xingqiu and use this light cone. It's pretty good. However, Ron Mei has better light cones. In fact, there's a break effect light cone that is very good for her, which is much better than this, for example. So obviously this light cone is a substitute to the best light cones you have in the game right now for your Harmony characters, but I can see this light cone being used definitely if you don't have the Beson slot. At the moment, just increasing the damage for the same ability type is super niche, and I would not really recommend this light cone for your Harmony characters at all. The next light cone I want to talk about is It's Showtime, the new 4-star Nihility light cone. Basically whenever the wearer inflicts debuff on an enemy, gain a stack of Trick. Now every stack of Trick increases the wearer's damage by a set amount up to 3 times, and this lasts for 1 turn. And also if your effect hit rate is more than 80%, this will increase your attack by a certain more amount. This light cone is very good for Nihility characters that inflict a lot of debuffs, such as Silverwolf, and the new 5-star Black Swan can easily use this light cone very well. Now the question question is, are there better light cones than this one for Silver Wolf and for Black Swan? For Silver Wolf, her limited event light cone is very good on her. It's literally even better than the 5-star Iridescent Rain. So if you have that, then I wouldn't recommend using Showtime. And for Black Swan, the Eyes of Prey light cone is very good as it increases her effect hit rate and also increase her dot damage, which is something she wants. If you don't have any of these free to play, the Eyes of Prey and the 4-star light cone for Silver Wolf, and you want to build these 5-star characters, you can consider getting the Showtime for them. This light cone is very good on them. However, if you have their free to play best in slots, I wouldn't really recommend this. Maybe in the future you can use this more, but at the moment I wouldn't put my currency on this. The next light cone I want to talk about is the Destruction light cone, the day the cosmos fell. Now this light cone increases the wearer's attack, and whenever you attack more than 2 characters that have the same corresponding weakness, you increase your crit damage by a certain amount for 2 turns. Now this is very good because the whole point of running an Erudition character is to break shields for the enemy, and especially with the new pure fiction game mode where the game encourages you to run Erudition characters, this new light cone at S5 is very strong. And I would imagine that you would bring the character of the corresponding weakness to break the shields, so the condition to get the crit damage is very easy to meet. So this is why this light cone might be the best 4-star light cone in the new light cone shop in the Forgotten Hall. So if you're looking for an Erudition light cone, I 100% recommend this light cone itself, and it's so much better than Wolf Walk Time. The last light cone I want to talk about is the Abundance light cone. What is real? What is real increases your wearer's break effect by a certain amount, and it also restores your HP by a certain amount after using your basic attack. Now this is a super clunky light cone because at the moment there is no Abundance character that scales off break effect, so I wouldn't recommend this immediately. And on top of that, what Abundance characters want to do in general is to heal their teammates instead of themselves. So the problem with the second part of the passive of the light cone is that it heals the wearer and not heals the ally. This is immediately super clunky. These are stats that not many Abundant users want to use, and basically none of the Abundance character want to use at the moment. So this might be the worst Abundance light cone yet in the game. So I would completely steer clear from this light cone. Do not get this light cone. Maybe in the future there are characters that want to use this, but right now this is very bad. Okay, with that marks the end of this video. I hope I gone through all the light cones in depth with you guys. So if you guys want my opinion on which is the best light cones you might want to get, the one I strongly recommend if you're building a Erudition character is the Day the Cosmos Fell. This is a very good light cone for your Erudition characters, and the other 2 light cones you can consider if you really need them is It's Showtime from the Nihility path and Final Victor for the Hunt path. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please do leave a like. It shows me I should be doing more of these kind of videos. Comment down below if you will be using your currency for these new light cones, and lastly, do subscribe. We'll be doing more videos like this in the future. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.